Sorry, folks, my mic is doing that thing from last night again. Let's reset it.
Boom. Sorry about that little technical glitch. I'll tell you, we'll talk more about that after the show. So, there, everybody should be able to hear me now. And I've got a glitch in my microphone set up in my soundboard that is causing that to happen. It skips around. So, hopefully, we'll be fine tonight. I'll keep an eye on it. So, as I was saying, tonight's Captain's Log is when the compass returns north. And I want you to ask yourself a few questions. They're like the questions I have to ask myself, because there's a moment after the storm that doesn't get talked about much. It's not the battle, it's not wreckage, but the quiet act of checking your bearings. There's no cheers. There's no sunrise montage that's floating over your head. It's just a man or a woman standing alone on the deck, hands on the rail, asking a simple, dangerous question. And this is what I want you to ask yourself tonight. Am I still oriented, or have I just stopped drifting? Ask yourself. Tonight is not a talk about victory. It's not a talk about closure. It's not even about hope in its loud, reckless form. Tonight is all about orientation, stabilizing, because there's a huge difference between charging forward and finally knowing which way is north again. You can charge that way without knowing what direction you're in. You might not end up where you want to be. So for a long time, survival demanded everything. For you, for me, we get in these survival modes. Sometimes what a survival mode looks like. Sometimes it's crying and weeping, and sometimes it's pining, and sometimes it's leaving doors open. Sometimes it's anger. It's telling somebody to fuck off. Those are all survival tactics that we incorporate within our personalities. But every ounce of strength went into staying afloat one way or the other. Survival. Staying upright. Staying here. And when you live like that long enough, motion becomes instinct. Mic keeps shutting itself off and switching to something else. I don't know why it's doing that. So sorry about that, folks. Hawk says no audio, dude. It's coming and going, and I'm not sure why it's doing that, and it really pisses me off. How about that? So there's something up with my soundboard connection, and I don't know what it is. So let me back that up a little bit, because you might have missed this. There's a difference between charging forward and finally knowing which way is north again. And for a long time, survival demanded everything. Every ounce of your strength went into staying afloat, staying upright, staying here. And when you live like that long enough, motion becomes instinct, but direction gets absolutely lost. Like I said, survival takes many forms, depends on your personality. Sometimes it's pleading, sometimes it's crying, sometimes it's leaving the door open, sometimes it's saying, fuck off. All depends on what you're made of. But we're all in survival modes and we've all experienced it, even if we think we have our shit together. And sometimes you move because stopping would break you, not because you know where you're going. And as I was saying before my mic went out again, is that I used to run and do things that would keep busy. And I was asked once by somebody, very trustworthy, they said, why are you so busy all the time? I never see you stop moving. And I said, I got stuff to do. And they said, no, I know exactly what it is. You don't stop moving because you're afraid if you stop, it's going to catch up with you. The undescribed. So the things that we're working on our survival from. And they were very right. But eventually something subtle happens. The seas don't calm completely, but they stop throwing you sideways. The wind doesn't disappear from your life, but it stops lying. And the compass, quietly, without announcement, stops spinning. And in that moment, not the end of suffering, not the beginning of triumph, but the return of truth happens. And you have to deal with, as we've been saying many times over and over again, you have to have wisdom in what you're going to do next. And wisdom only comes when you're truthful, honest, even with yourself, and you open the door for wisdom to come into the room. North doesn't mean it's easy. North doesn't mean reunion or reward or relief. North simply means true. True north. You got to point your compass in the right direction and follow it. It means you're no longer navigating by fear. You're no longer steering by guilt or urgency or the need to prove that you're still standing. It's like that song, and I love the song, done by a Christian artist, but it goes across the boards. The song says, I'm no longer a slave to fear, for I am a child of God. And that what a good song. It's something that we can all think of. You don't have to plug God into that if that's not your belief. However, we have to stop enslaving ourselves to our fears. That's how you reset your compass. It means you can pause, not because you're safe yet, but because you are sovereign again. You are in control of you. Doesn't mean the hole in the chest goes away. It means you're sovereign over it. And sovereignty isn't loud. It doesn't bang its fist on the helm. It doesn't announce plans or timelines or intentions. Sovereignty says this. Sovereignty says, I will move, but not out of panic. I will speak, but not to convince. I will love, but not at the cost of losing myself. This is the discipline that no one teaches you. It's acquired because you do. And I'm not good at it, but I'm getting gooder at it. So, how to let embers glow without turning them into wildfire. That's what your life needs to be, to get yourself out of survival mode and to turn your compass in the right direction. Let the embers glow all they want, but you don't have to blow them into a wildfire. It's how to acknowledge motion without rushing the horizon. It's how to trust that direction has returned to you, even if distance still remains. Tonight, you don't owe anyone progress reports. You don't owe the universe a decision. You don't owe the past an explanation. Your only task is this: hold the compass steady, true north. Let north be north, and resist the urge to sprint just because you feel like you can move again. Because movement, get this and hear me, movement without truth is just a prettier kind of drift. And you, my fellow captains of your own ship, have already survived enough storms. I have. We've survived enough storms to know the difference. You have to stay the course, not because it's time to arrive, but because it's time to be true again. True north. Set your compass and follow it. The word is given. Let's do some affirmations. You can say these with me or after I say them, of course, or you can come back and listen to them later and catch them. Affirmation number 1. I do not rush clarity. I allow it. 2. Direction matters more than speed. Think about that. I don't need the speed. I need direction. Set my direction, my course. I'm no longer navigating by fear or urgency. My stillness is not stagnation. It's alignment. And by the way, that alignment, I'm going to repeat this again. Alignment is when you allow wisdom to come into the room. So many of us want to listen to our echo chambers and the people who tickle us, tickle our thoughts. We want to hear only the people who want to support what we want to do. That's not wisdom. That's not letting wisdom in the room, because wisdom is only formed by truth, honesty, and clarity. Clarity doesn't come when you're in survival mode. And the final affirmation, I trust myself to move when the moment is true. So here's the benediction for tonight. May you walk tonight without forcing the road. May your heart remain warm without burning the map. May your compass stay steady even when the seas remember your name. And may you honor the quiet strength it takes to move forward only when north is true. Do these things. Set your compass and maintain it. And Field Guy, I know you're just being... See, there my mic went out again. So Field Guy, join the club. I don't trust myself. I make mistakes. We all have those moments. So there you go. There's a captain's log for tonight. And as always, stay the course. All right, guys. that's when I repost this. That's where the edit will go. And we are now moving into the captain's cabin where we can all talk freely. You can call into this show and we can talk. I'm going to throw up a link right now so you know how to get into my my room here. There it is. That's the link. If you use that link, I'll see you pop up down here, and then I'll decide whether you're worthy enough to come in and have a conversation. So let me go cut off the Instagram link. If you're still listening and you want to come over to the YouTube channel, you can do that. And then you can speak freely over there. Thanks for listening, Instagram audience. We'll see you next time. All right. So Instagram is now off. And we are now just us over here. I'm going to stop that. I'm getting feedback. So here we are, guys. Oh, I got Hawk is here. This is my friend Hawk. So, Barbie D, I'm glad you heard that, and I'm glad it was helpful. It says we're having trouble streaming to Instagram. Well, yeah, that's because I turned it off. Thank you, though, StreamYard. So I'm going to remove that so we can move on. Let me bring Hawk aboard. Here we go. Old friend of mine. For almost 30 years, we've been friends. How you doing over there, Hawk? Oh, why does it say you're muted? It says you are muted. Let me check my setting for you. Unmute. There we go. Can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves. Oh, okay, got it. You're muted over there, Hawk, if you want to join in the conversation. And anybody else, if you want to come in too, I can hold up to, I think, a dozen of you in this chat room. You can call in and we can talk. What was the last thing you said as you were muted? I was muted before Steph. I don't know. I don't know at what point you're thinking. I was muted somewhere. I was giving the benediction a bit. I said, "May you walk tonight without forcing the road. May your heart remain warm without burning the map. May your compass stay."
Hey, Scott.
Okay, this mic thing is really pissing me off. Something about my board keeps shutting off my mic. I don't know what it is. You there, Hawk?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, there we go. I got to keep my eye on this. The mic thing will turn red when it shuts itself off, and then I can get it right away. How you doing?
I don't know. I'll tell you later.
We'll talk when I'm done here. So
Everything's fine. Everything's good, man. This is very interesting to see this thing rolling like it is.
Yeah, this is a nice setup. I like StreamYard. You should see the my control room here is really nicely done. I've got the chat room here. And folks, those of you listening, I'm going to say it one more time. Sorry about the mic drop. It happened right at the very beginning. I talked about a half a minute before I realized the mic dropped again. So I got to keep an eye on it. I got to figure out why this board is doing that. There's some setting on it that I'm not catching. So I'll get the kinks worked out, I hope, before tomorrow.
What kind of board is it, Scott?
Oh, it's a cheap one. It's here. Can you see my camera?
I can see your camera. I don't see the board. Oh, good Lord, man. That's for like, what's it called? Your audio dropped out. Oh, I know what's wrong.
What's wrong?
Double check your inputs for the microphone into the board. You may have a kink in it. Take it and pull it out, turn it around a couple of times, and put it back in there.
All right, let's see. I'm going to unplug my mic deliberately now, folks. Hang on with me. Troubleshooting.
I don't know if anybody else can hear me. I can sing a lullaby. Oh, is that okay, Scott? Just rack it up. Yep.
All right.
There you
Let's
go.
see if I'm on the right microphone now. Yep. It says I'm on. You know, there's things that you do that you say, if I aimed to do that, I would never have been able to accomplish it. Like, oh, I don't know. You're walking across the room and you turn and you catch a pocket on a weird doorknob and it spins you around. You go, now, if I tried to do that for an act, and my next bit, I'm going to catch my pocket on that doorknob without looking. You could never do it. Right now, when I unplug this mic, I let the plug-in section, it dropped down to the end because I was letting it unspin, and I start pulling it back up. It wrapped itself around the wheel of my desk chair. If I had tried to do that, here, watch my next trick. And you tie in that wheel, never could have done it. So, are you there, Hawk, or are you just silent?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to talk about.
Oh, what did you want to talk about? There's the big question.
Nothing. You told me to call you. I called you.
I said, call in if you got something to talk about.
Oh, well.
If you got nothing to talk about, remember your old radio show? Get off my radio. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to go anywhere. That was one of his lines when we did radio.
Oh, yeah, a long time ago, man. We don't have to talk about any of that.
No,
Scotty.
we don't have to talk about any of that.
None of that. I don't want to talk about any of that. I don't know. You don't talk about politics, which I don't like talking about anyway.
Well, you can talk about politics. I'm not. I've really soured on talking politics these days. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not any fun anymore.
So no, it's not. It used to be fun.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up the way society's going right now. Whether it be left, right, center, centrist, it doesn't matter. Nobody's being held accountable for doing anything, whether you're on the left or the right or in the middle.
Oh, that's very true. It's very true. And I see arguments that make sense. I don't go along. No, I'm going to get into politics if I say that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. Now, I twisted this.
He was going to say woke. That's what he was going to do. He was going to say the word woke.
I wasn't going to say woke. I was going to, I always get into the asinine arguments that liberals make. But let's not do that because I'm not talking politics tonight.
Well, let's talk about some of the asinine. Salancha. Let's talk about some of the asinine claims that Republicans make.
I got to wait to hear one first. Pamela Zaspel, welcome. So, Hawk, this is my old friend Pamela from high school days.
Hello, Pamela. Nice to see you.
You're not too late. Well, 26 minutes. That's all.
She missed all the serious stuff.
Yeah. Well, we can get serious in here too, again, if we want to.
No, good. No.
Let's see what else we got. Steph Cuervo Queen. And do the hokey pokey, spin yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hawk, this is my friend Steph. You saw Pamela in here a bit earlier. Just a minute ago.
Stephanie.
Stephanie Cuervo Queen.
The what? Spin yourself around.
Cuervo Queen.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. She hears me now. Oh, that's good. I'm just going through some of the comments. Let's see. Just like Verizon didn't work all day today, she said. Steph, I just put my right foot in. LOL Barbara, talking about nothing. With everything he was telling Scotty to do, I was like, it's like the hokey pokey. Okay, got it. I got your reference point now, Steph. Thank you. Let's talk about Bigfoot, she said.
Oh man,
No.
come on, really? Can we do that?
But here's a Bigfoot for you. You ready? There it is. So, I did an interview with Tim Dennis of Darkness Radio earlier today. It's a pre-recorded. It'll air tomorrow. If you want to hear it and you're fans of Darkness Radio, which they are now in their 20th year, so they're doing really well. They're doing a lot of celebratory stuff. But Timmy Dennis interviewed me on the death of Eric Von Daniken. Let's talk about that a little bit. Hawk, I want to hear your take on Eric Von Daniken. Everybody know who Eric Von Daniken was or is still because of his legacy? Did you hear about that? Oh, wait, what did Pamela say? Don't go where? Don't go where? Pamela, I missed something. Oh, Bigfoot?
Is she going to Bigfoot or?
No, maybe don't go there for Bigfoot. So, hello, Hawk. Stephanie Cuervo Queen says to you.
Hello.
Boom. There she is again. Field guy, not your Bigfoot. The $6 million man. Not your big. You're not Bigfoot. You're the $6 million man. Got it. Do you remember, how many of you are old enough to remember the $6 million man when it was on air? And the fact that he had some of the shows, they introduced an android Bigfoot character. Do you remember that, Hawk?
Was he an android? Was he actually an android?
Well, I think it came out later. He was either an alien or an android, I think.
Right. I don't remember him being an android, but you're dating us in a bad way. But Stephanie started this, so she knows.
Yes, she did. She's got a Bigfoot out in front of her house. So she does. Think simply. Good. I was wondering about some Von Daniken since you were on the show with him, right? I was never on the show with Von Daniken. I was in some episodes that he was also in the episodes on. Remember way back, those of you remember, when I
Audio, dude. Audio. $42.
God.
There you go. You're back.
Off. So I did the Paradigm Symposium back in 2012, 13, 14, 15. And we actually moved 15 to 16. And the very first Paradigm Symposium I did, we had the entire cast of Ancient Aliens, which included Eric Von Daniken in his first American appearance in 12 years at the time. I had Giorgio Tsoukalos, big hair dude, and Philip Coppens. We had Linda Moulton Howe. George Norrie spoke at our event. We had Ian Punnett and Marie D. Jones, Larry Flaxman. I'm trying to think of some of the other big-time names. Pilgrim Productions, who produced Ancient Aliens, probably still does. I don't watch the show. So, but they were up here, and they filmed our event as kind of a backdrop for their episode on the Von.
Audio, brother. They kicked out again. And turn your gain up a little bit.
Okay. I don't know why that's doing it. Here's my gain going up. I'm going to put my gain up to about 2 o'clock.
Hold on. Let me give you an actual audio check here.
All right. Audio check me.
There we go. Yeah, I got you plenty there. You're good.
On. So I had all these people up for the Paradigm Symposium. And hope I'm not missing anybody. We had 16 speakers that year. Micah Hanks was one of them. Many of you know who Micah Hanks is. Talk louder, says Steph. My volume is up.
No. She said talk louder about a minute and a half ago. That's the reason why I said do an audio
Okay.
check.
My gain. Got it.
Yep.
So, Von Daniken, that's also when they sat me down. This is 2012, October of 2012. And Pilgrim sat me down for a couple of hours and interviewed me. I had to get up and back and forth because I was running the show. Along with Micah was my cohort in that. And so I sat down and answered about 40, 50 questions for them, which they plugged into 3 or 4 different episodes for, I believe it was season 5 of Ancient Aliens. And so I appeared in several episodes. I still get people, I just saw you on TV today, and they take a screenshot and send it to me. Turn your gain up again, like I know what that is, says Steph. I think it's funny how he actually thought twisting the cord was just going to fix it.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
There you go. Let him have it. Let him have it.
Here we go. All right. So first off, I've got a little bit of engineering skills, and Scotty can verify that. I can tell you right now that sometimes when a microphone sits on a board, it gets kinked. The cable does right there at the connector as a P32 connector. So when that happens, twisting it around will take it and put that thing back in. It's P32. It'll take it and it'll fix it, at least temporarily.
So I don't know what's doing it. Frankly, it's probably because it's a cheap board that was given to me, and it was meant for something. It's meant for podcasting. So I don't know. I set this all up, and everything was working perfectly. So, but then I did 5 tests.
Lost your audio. Lost it again.
And it's doing it. It's like more often than it was at the beginning. So I don't know why that's happening. And it infuriates me.
Have you got another mic?
I do. I got to unplug this one and plug that one in, which I can do. Hang on, folks. Let's just do that so we don't have to deal with this tomfoolery. I'm going to turn my screen because I got to get behind it. So you get to see my boxes piled up over there. My kitchen doorway right there, going out to the kitchen. The cat box. That's my cat box. So here we go. I'm going to unplug this.
That's a kick-ass cat box. It's one of those automatic do-jobbers. Look at that. I bet that thing cost $150. He's rolling in money to buy something like that for his cat. Yeah, exactly. Maybe more. Steph, maybe more. 200. We'll go on 200. Let's see if we can hear him.
Okay, now I should be
there you
back on
go.
with a different microphone. My sound settings are going to be all different, but I'm not connected to a soundboard. Now,
how much did you pay for the cat box?
$169, I think.
I freaking knew it. Okay.
Rainey bought that, and she goes, I bought a new cat box. It's all automatic. And I said, oh, cool. What'd that cost? $169. What? So when I took Bob with me, my cat, I said, guess what? $169 cat box is coming with me. Well, she doesn't have a cat anymore, so that works out just fine. So there we go. All right.
It's still a lot of money. Oh man, you cut out again. It's not your board.
No, I'm here.
No, okay.
I'm here. I don't think it cut out. I'm not showing as it's muted.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a catalog. No, there's Barbie D, or no, Michelle. There are much more expensive cat boxes than this one, believe it or not. My daughter has one down in North Carolina that you can see it operating. It's like almost like a cone top on it, and there's little lights
It's like a rocket ship. And it not only does it turn and take all the crap out, literally, it bags it, and it either bags it and spits it out, or it does something and it flushes it. Something like that. It's like you never have to touch it other than to put cat litter in. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. About once a week, you got to take the bag out. Plastic bag, just ties up.
Yep.
And you're good. So I like that. So let's
Does
see.
anybody else want to get up in here and talk to this man?
Yeah, people should. I keep asking you guys.
I can
Oh,
stay in here all night long and aggravate him. So
You can.
I'm good with that.
Roger said some cat boxes he's talking about even have AI detection to analyze your cat's urine to check their health. Go figure that one.
Oh
So,
my God.
oh, I see you're in heat now, says the cat box. So,
Okay. So
Gotta
what you
keep
take
that
on
inside.
Bigfoot?
I think that's the one I was thinking of. Crazy money, says Steph. I'm listening to this great conversation, said Field Guy. You better not be being sarcastic. I've heard some of your shows, brother. Field Guy.
Let's talk about Bigfoot, Scotty.
Do we want to actually talk about Bigfoot?
Why not? We can move from there into aliens, the other robotic Bigfoot, $6 million man, and Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Yes. May the not the Force. What did they use in Spaceballs? May the Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna let you have it.
Oh, it took me a minute. So, Field Guy, why don't you call up and join this great conversation?
Can you put more than 2 people in here?
I can put like a dozen.
Oh, you kidding me?
No, it's great.
Oh man,
I love this.
this is giving me flashbacks, Scott. This is really giving me
Is it?
flashbacks. Oh yeah, I mean, are you kidding me?
Let's see. I'm going to invite, copy. I'm going to go paste this in the chat room, folks. Boom. There it is. If you would like to call into the show, call in. Pamela Zaspel, if you're still out there listening, why don't you call in tonight? You said maybe not last night, and you said maybe tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Cheers, Slancheva.
Slancha.
Oh, by the way, if you want one, you can get one of these. I got coffee spilled all over it. These Captain's Logs. Why is that backwards? Why is my camera showing things backwards?
It's showing it like it always does.
It shouldn't be. Why would a program like this show it backwards? I wonder if it's backwards when it gets out to like YouTube or something. Let me look. No, it's not backwards on YouTube.
So, got a question: Is
Destination.
your flag on your left-hand shoulder?
My flag is over my left-hand shoulder, which looks
Okay.
like my right hand right there.
No,
But-
it doesn't. It looks like that for you. To us, that's your left shoulder.
Oh, all right. So it's working out there. Barbie D says, no way you're going to get 12 of me in the room. Barbie D, I'll get as many as the room will take. I get rid of my banner down there, and then so everybody can be seen.
That was a really pretty lady. Did you see that?
Yes, that's Barbie D.
Well, Barbie D is a handsome lady.
She certainly is. Pamela said, what I said was maybe another time. It's another time. I'd be too nervous. Nothing to be nervous about, Pamela. It's me. It's me.
And me.
And Hawk. And now Field Guy. Field Guy, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. Is this thing working?
No, I can't hear you.
What? Not working again?
Fucking with you.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm going to take off my, not my banner. I'm going to take off my Captain's Log.
That's what she said.
Now we can hear him.
Yeah, now I hear him. Now he's good. There we go. And Pamela, yeah, you are welcome to come in, Pamela, anytime you want. There's nothing to be nervous about. It's just, what did Rush Limbaugh always say? It's just humble, lovable fuzzball me. My formerly nicotine-stained fingers.
That's ironic.
Talent on loan from God.
And that's ironic as well.
Yes, it is. Rush Limbaugh. Those were the days. Do you know I first started listening to Rush Limbaugh? First time I ever heard him, I still see the picture and I don't know why. In my head, I was driving down by the Bristol townhomes where I lived in 1988. And I heard him in 1988. And I said, whoa, I kind of like this guy. Pamela says, loved him. Yeah, I did too. I was a big Ditto head. I saw him once live in Detroit when I lived in Detroit doing his Rush to Excellence tour on stage. So that was pretty cool. That's how he really started getting his name out there big time. Let's see. Steph says, is he Prof's brother? Is who Prof's brother?
She's talking about Hawk.
Oh, Hawk. He is not the professor's brother.
Oh, hell no.
Professor
He
Bauer,
fell off the face of the earth. You don't
now that
see-
I've said his name, he will probably miraculously appear in here. Professor Bauer is a man of many words. He's an immaculate thinker. And he's got his own radio show and stuff, and he does his own thing. And I would always say, if I can say something, if you can say something in 10 words, I can say it in 1,000, and Professor Bauer could say it in 10,000. And but he would always come in at the end of the captain's cabin because we did the radio show. We went off air, stuck around in the chat room, and did exactly what we're doing now.
Hey, Scott.
And then I'd always say, well, it's 10 minutes to 11, so I think we're going to wrap this up. And usually at about 5 minutes to 11, what happens? Bauer comes in. I heard you were quitting for the night, so I thought I'd come in with a great topic. So he did that to us all the time. Morgan Snow! How you doing, Morgan Snow? Oh, so true. You talking about Professor Bauer? What does Lucky Stone say? 30 years ago, my friend was mad at Rush Limbaugh because Rush hung up on him for being boring. My laughter did not help.
Good
Yeah,
Lord,
Rush
man.
didn't do that. He was like, well, you're not exciting my audience, and that doesn't make me look good, so I'm letting you go.
Hey, Scott, can I throw something in here?
Would you?
Can I ask a question of some of the people that are in here?
Why don't you axe away?
I'm going to axe away because
Axe a
I'm
question.
Southern, man. I'm Southern. I can do this. All right. Lord Emperor Fieldley, tell me something about you.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you the first thing. He's a 44-year-old virgin.
Okay, Scotty, hold
Take it
on.
from
It's
there.
up to him to tell us that. That's
Oh,
you're
sorry.
getting
tell it.
HEPA, man.
tell it.
HEPA.
There ain't a lot. There ain't a lot to know about me. Oh,
Sure there is. What do you do? What is your hobbies? What do you think about doing on a daily basis? Can you hear my
Stuff.
cat?
What is your epic tale from today?
Come here. What do you do?
epic tale
Yeah,
stuff.
epic story from today.
I do stuff.
I didn't do anything today.
Let's get some cybersecurity background here.
Do you have the day off? Where are you working now?
Don't tell him that. Don't
Little
tell him
here and
that.
a little there.
Don't tell him.
There we
Don't
go.
tell him.
I
He's
don't
not
give up. That's privy information.
Right on.
All
man.
right.
That's
But
what I'm talking about. See, look at here.
Michelle
Everyone's got a
Tenham,
story.
freedom, says everyone's got a story.
Yeah. And some other people should come in here and tell us what their story is. I'll break it down. Scotty, tell me a little bit about your story, but do it in one paragraph.
Everybody knows my story.
I don't ever talk to you.
Oh, that's right. Let's see. What's my story? I was born in Cincinnati
No shit,
at
really?
a very early age. I got to throw the old Steve Martin joke in there.
Oh, I think so.
And my mom was divorced when I was a year old. We moved to Minneapolis, where my grandfather lived, who, as I grew up, he was my Jewish grandfather, my mom's stepdad. He married my mother's mother when my mom was 4, right after World War II. He had gone AWOL from Patton's Third Army. He was part of the crossing of the Bloody Danube. And he went AWOL to try to find his family in Hungary. And when he got to their little village, they'd all been deported on the boxcars off to the death camps, and they never saw them again. So that was my grandfather. He's the one who bought the little island down in the Honduras when I was in high school. He was a scuba diver, and he moved down there. So I'd been down there a couple of times scuba diving out in the Bay Islands off the north coast of Honduras. And you don't think that was an interesting experience the first time I visited Honduras? The island is shaped kind of like a cigar, and it sits kind of cockeyed a little southwest to northeast down, I don't know how far from Cuba, but about 40 miles off the north coast of Honduras. And it's about 30 miles long and about 6 miles wide, this island. And he lived up on the North Beach, the Sandy Bay settlement. And I remember landing with the airplane on the beach. They didn't have a runway the first time I went down there in 1984. We landed on the runway, or on the beach, I'm sorry, because there was no runway. And he had some people picking us up, locals in a pickup truck. Hey, man! And they throw all our luggage in, and the ride was in the back of the pickup truck on top of people's luggage and locals stuff, all the things the locals bought at the market, and they're all riding in the back with us. I mean, it was like being in the third world. I always felt like it was in a National Geographic episode. And but the road 6 miles over to Sandy Bay took us 2 hours because it was all dirt road through the jungle, twisty, turny. Got to get around a big pothole that's filled with water, stuff like that. And everybody had to stop and talk to somebody. Oh, Michael, you're home. And hey, yes, I am. And they'd all get out and talk, and little fiesta time. And I was like, wow, this is the third world. And it was very interesting. We had a good time there. He lived right on the beach in about the size of a trailer. It was built with 2x4s and sided with sugarcane thatch, tin roof, thatched over. You step out on his veranda and down onto the sand, and it was about a 35-foot walk. You were in the water of the Caribbean. And the breakers all broke out on the reef, so the interior was like a tropical aquarium. You go snorkeling out there every day and so on. So here's Steph Cuervo Queen. What's your story, Hawk? Why are you Hawk? Like Hudson Hawk, the movie? Or are you a bird of prey?
Bird of prey. It's actually
Bird of prey.
My nickname since I've been 8 years old has been Hawkeye. And as I got older, that got shortened to Hawk. And then I kept on getting shorter and shorter and longer. And here I am still Hawk. So that's not my actual real name. It's a nickname. And for anybody asking, had somebody ask me today, was not here in this particular deal, if that was a real picture of me. And Scotty can tell you that is a real picture of me.
That is a real picture.
It is in my icon. And the reason why, because I think Steph was asking about me. So first off, I got a question. I'll get back to it in a moment. I want to know a little bit more about this professor dude, because somebody's accolating that I am, or at least sound like that person. But we'll come back to that in a moment.
You guys have similar voices, but you definitely don't sound, to me, nothing like Professor Bauer.
Okay.
Bauer is the 8-hour filibuster. He's the human filibuster.
He is.
Wow.
So
And he's
you're
always
already
got
not him.
amazing
All right,
to
roger
say, but it takes an hour to say it. So,
All right. Okay, so the reason why my face is all covered up is because I am a cybersecurity professional. I'm what's known as a certified ethical hacker. Scott can testify to that. I know what the fuck I'm doing. My job is
does.
to actually break into other people's computers to tell them what is wrong with their network or their machines, where they're vulnerable against threat actors, and that's what I do. That's my thing. That's my shtick. So somebody needs to, I guess I don't call Professor Phil and let's filibuster everything I just said, Scotty.
Professor Bauer.
Yeah, that works. Right.
I can't believe he's not here with all that we've been throwing his name out there into the ether tonight. So that he hasn't detected it. So
can feel it. Can feel it, Scotty.
So Jason is not here, who used to be here all the time. Uncle Dave, my friend Dave Potter, the late Dave Potter, used to come into this chat room all the time, every night. Then there was, who else do we have? Ruben Fasthorse would come in. He's a Lakota, language revivalist.
Sorry, guys. Just dropped my mic.
All right. Ethical hacker, that's so funny, said Morgan Snow.
People say that all the time. And so go look it up. You can Google it to find out what an ethical hacker is. You have to have a degree from a college. And I'm not going to say where mine's at. Actually, it was online classes that I did. I had to because I'm also an EMT. So I've been doing an awful lot of studying online. And who was that? Lucky said that I have the same tone, but is far more elegant. I like elegant, not eloquent.
Elegant.
Elegant.
Eloquent.
Man, listen to that.
He said elegant, maybe eloquent. Who knows?
No, not eloquent. I like the elegant.
I think Professor Bauer has this very deep voice like yours, but where you talk and you're pretty matter of fact and you got your radio voice, Professor Bauer kind of, his words kind of silky, smooth, mixed together, you know, and he's so if he comes on, we'll put him on with you. Pamela Zaspel says, wow, you see, you're both interesting. I've got nothing. I was in the 4th Baptist box and I didn't know it. When I found out, I went a little crazy, jumped into another box and another. I think I'm going to go cry now.
That's terrible.
4th Baptist, by the way, folks, was
what is
the
that?
church we all went to back in the 70s.
4th
and
Baptist?
We went to the 4th Baptist High School. And Pamela was the class ahead of me, I do believe. And
wait a minute, you actually know this lady like in person?
Oh, I've known her since I was in high school.
Okay, that's okay. So she's family.
Youth group and stuff. She was always, you're going to love this, Pamela. I haven't said this to you yet. She was the hot, what you call her? She was tall and leggy and built nice and pretty and a little on the wild child side of life. And I was a fat, nerdy kid. So while I wanted to date her when I was in high school, no chance in hell. So there you go. That's Pamela, my history with her. So and we bumped into each other again, I think, on Facebook not long ago. So she's friends of several friends of mine from high school. And that's how we bumped into each other again. So she says,
what happened to the Lord?
What'd you say? What? No way.
The Lord.
The Lord.
Oh, you're in
what?
shit.
No way. way, Pamela. And
is 4th Baptist a denomination?
No,
is it
4th
like
Baptist was the
Catholicism?
church. It was a Baptist church in Minneapolis, right kind of down in the inner city. And huge fortress church. By fortress, I mean, well, they have 1,000 members to the congregation, the huge building. They had the kindergarten through 12th grade school. They had the radio station there, WTCS or CTS, Witnessing Christ to Sinners, WCTS. FM,
What?
that was the call letters. And it was a church
Witness
station.
to Christ to sinners.
That's how I remember the call letters were. It stood for Witnessing Christ to Sinners. So WCTS. And so they had that. And they had the seminary was there as well. They had the seminary. And then down in southern Minnesota in Owatonna, they also had Pillsbury Baptist Bible College, where I went. Pamela said, I had no idea. I didn't think anyone thought I was anything. They all made fun of me. The boys called me Congo. Is there a story there? Maybe. Pamela, you should come on and give us your story. Where did Congo come from?
I don't know, man, but every time I've seen somebody out of the Congo, they were hot.
Yeah. I always remember you, Pamela, as you hung out with like the cheerleaders and all of this. That seemed to be your crowd, if I'm remembering that right. There was Carla McCune. There was, your big lips. Yeah, you did have big lips, which I didn't know anything about making jokes about big lips until I was older. But yeah, you had big, full lips and you had pretty eyes. And if I remember right, you had shorter hair and it was either brunette or reddish, dark red, or I can't remember. Dark, like brunette with red coloring in it. I don't know. But there you go. That's the Pamela I knew in high school that was out of my league. So, and I didn't know you were called Congo. I wasn't in with the right guys, I guess.
So there was the Fourth Baptist Church, because Third, Second, and First were taken.
I always wondered about that. There's a First Baptist Church in Minneapolis. I didn't know if there was a second or a third.
Well, it had to be.
Was it Pamela? Do you know anything about that? Wasn't your dad a bigwig at Fourth Baptist Church? I can't remember. Zaspel was always a big name, it seems, in my memory. But I never understood why they called it Fourth Baptist Church. I will tell you this. They had one of the most gorgeous sanctuaries before they built it was a big new like concrete edifice of the late 70s or early 70s kind of thing. But the old one was still up there. And I think somebody had that dismantled when they sold the building, or it's still in the building now, which is not a church anymore. But it was all this gorgeous old, built in like the 1910s or something, this beautiful old mahogany wood or cherry wood, darkened with age. And it had deep red burgundy carpet in there. And everything was woodwork. The woodwork was phenomenal. So, Pamela says, you're too kind. He was a deacon for a short time. There you go. You remember the old sanctuary at Fourth Baptist, Pamela? Was that not a gorgeous room? I don't know how many people it sat, maybe 500 tops. Balcony up on top, stuff like that. And so I wish I could find a picture of that. I've seen somebody put a picture up on that. Maybe I think there's like a Fourth Baptist alumni from the school there group that I was part of, and somebody may have posted that once before. So
I got a question.
Yes, ask me.
Okay, I'm going to ask you.
Ask me.
Why aren't you doing a podcast?
I am. The Captain's Log.
Fuck that. No. I'm talking about a podcast, just an audio podcast that you can distribute and over on Apple iTunes.
Here's the thing. I was putting together a new podcast. I did Intrepid Radio all the way up until like beginning of December of 23. Then Christmas of 23, or I'm sorry, 24. And it was what's the word? Not restructuring. I was reanimating. We can bring it to life again. No, it was rebranding.
It's alive.
It's alive. It's alive. But we had, I was rebranding into what was going to be called Epic Life. and I wanted to do a totally different approach to everything. That was December of 24. And then, of course, the whole tracheal thing started Christmas Day, and the rest is history. We all know that story. So Epic Life got pushed to the side. And there's some still on my YouTube channel. You can go down and look. There are some videos I did that were promoting Epic Life. And it was promoting Epic Life by putting up clips of old shows I had done with Intrepid. And my voice, you could hear my voice on there. If you go listen to those, my voice was almost non-existent. It wasn't a whisper at that point. It was just very hoarse. And I could barely get some words out.
The miracles do happen.
Yeah, they do. So my voice is restored, thank God. But it's not fully restored. I was supposed to have another surgery when the leg thing happened. So
all right, so here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do.
Here's what you're going to do. Let's hear you do it.
Here's what I'm going to do. I know Scotty really, really well. We've known each other for 30 years.
Almost 30.
Talk to him every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, just depending on how our days are going. So what I'm saying is that I have sway over Mr. Roberts. I can convince him to do anything. Scotty, jump off a building. Okay, you ready?
Oh.
Not right now.
Wait till the show's over.
Right. Anyway, so the question is that who wants to see over in the chat room? I can see that. I got 2 tabs open on my browser. Who would want to see Scott do a podcast, as in a real honest to God podcast? No. This is a video cast. This is a vlog. This is a show. I'm talking about getting it over on BuzzFeed and getting it everywhere else, because that would blow you up.
It would. I've got to do that. I got to set that stuff up. He has handled me, not in that way.
No, that was true. Go ahead.
Let me be clear.
Mike cut out. No,
it shouldn't have.
No, you're good. You're good. I was looking at the wrong window.
Have you hacked into my hidden photos, Hawk? I think someone was in there. He may have.
No, that's illegal. I can't. I'm an ethical hacker, which means my clients are like, my clients are courts, attorneys, police officers, large corporations that are dealing with storage of data or privately managed data systems. And then every once in a while, I'll get a phone call from someone that says we lost or was scammed out of. Last one I did was $280,000. Scott, you remember that? It was $280,000. I was dealing with that guy over in Iowa, and a lot of it has a lot to do with operational security. So if you're listening and you are thinking about being able to take care of yourself when it comes to scams, phone calls or unsolicited emails, constant emails, now even text files, getting text. If you don't know who they're from, don't reply. Don't open it. Do not do any of those things. Take care of yourself. Operational security for yourself. And that's what you need to do. Okay. I could talk about this all night long. This isn't my show. Yeah. Well, do you though? Because a lot of people make the mistake of not doing it.
I've called people just this week. Okay. I got an email that said it was from Rainey. And it said, go here and you get $75 for opening this Kraken account for Bitcoin investing. And I looked at that and I thought, did somebody hack into her email? So I picked up the phone. I called her at work. I said, did you happen to send me an email from Kraken? She said, yeah, that was me. I go, okay, that's all I needed to know. I thought it was spam. So I checked those things out. So.
Well, there's a lot of people that make the mistake of, like Steph here. I just saw a comment she made over in the other chat room.
Well, I'm doomed. She says I've opened a few on accident.
Right. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But the more conscious you become of your environment in your digital world, and understand that you are being spied on 24 hours a day.
Oh, ain't that the
We're
truth?
being spied on right now, right this very second. Surveillance has become a part of the norm in our country. Everything from Meta, Facebook Meta, Google, definitely Google. There's even devices out there now called a de-Googled phone that you can purchase. And if you do that, then it usually just works on Wi-Fi, but nobody knows who you're calling when you're calling them, and it's fully encrypted over SSL. Actually, it's not SSL, it's TLS. So what I'm getting at is that if you are under the impression that you think for a second that somebody's not watching you, that your data is not on somebody else's computer, I can assure you, you're making a colossal mistake in judgment. Be careful. Pay attention. Who did it come from? When was it sent? Do you recognize this phone number? Don't answer a phone if you do not know who it is. They can always leave a message.
Good example. I don't know where it came from. The bank is trying to figure out. 2 days ago, I had a bunch of money disappear from my account. Put me in the hole by $32. I called the bank. I said, what is this? What are these charges? And they said, all we can see was some company called VHatch. And I said, what the hell is VHatch? Well, it doesn't say, but it does have a phone number. Called the number. It's an out-of-service cell number. So somebody hacked my system. Or
somebody got a hold of
got my bank card number.
You want to know how they did that? Would you like to know?
I just want my money back.
Okay, I'm going to tell you then.
Okay. Tell me.
No, I don't mind not telling you. It's your show. I'm just kind of hanging out.
Tell me.
Well, everybody should get. Everybody, I have a device called a Flipper. Okay, Flipper.
Okay.
Just like the dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
And this device will allow me to sit across the room at, say, a cafe. And when you get on your phone, if you log into your bank account, if you, whatever website you go to, specifically Wi-Fi, if you connect to a free Wi-Fi, by the way, everybody, never, ever, under any circumstances, connect to free Wi-Fi. And the reason why is it might be me who is basically taking over your connection, because I can tell my computer to act as a router and then spoof everything that you're getting.
Can do it.
That it's a man in the middle attack. And yes, I can.
Pamela, by the way, asks, so if I get an unsolicited text that says reply stop to end, I shouldn't even do that?
That's exactly right. You should not do that. Here's the reason why. There's data and intelligence even in a negative response. So
just block the number.
Just block the number. Right. If it's that important, they will pick up your phone. Everybody got to remember that your phone is a phone first, not a camera, not a text device, not a way to get on Kraken or to whatever you said.
Sure.
There's so many things that you need to do. I mean, I could do an entire radio show myself. And as a matter of fact, I was actually asked to do it, and I told them no.
I don't think you've got what it takes to do radio.
You don't think so?
Elvis is in the building.
One day.
The like button, field guy.
One day. One day I think I'll try it, man. One day.
Yeah,
I'm just talking to you.
You should try it sometime.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. We lost field guy.
Uh-oh.
He was pretty quiet.
Well, I kind of took over stuff. Oh my God, Elvis. Hey,
all
Elvis.
Right. Elvis is in the building. I can't do Elvis.
I can.
Jay here says block, block, block.
There you go. You guys get an education tonight by accident.
God, Elvis.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. I was Fieldy snoring. You were Fieldy snoring? Is there a metaphor in there that I'm missing?
Hey, Scotty, let me ask you a question. How are you getting these text messages?
Oh, no.
Over here?
Look what happened.
What? Oh.
Robert Bauer now. Robert, Professor, you got to call in. He must have heard your name. Now, what was your question?
That's not necessarily true, Professor Bauer. I can tell you that now. A virtual private network is not your go-to in all circumstances. Just saying. Ain't saying nothing.
Bauer knows what he's talking about too. This will be an interesting conversation.
Well, he can't disagree with a VPN is not it's not your only defense. Knowing somebody's IP address is that's actually where I start. If I can get it. So
Professor
but it's
Bauer,
not
here's
your
a
only
link
defense.
for you.
Do what?
I'm just pasting a link in the window for Professor Bauer.
This is going to be fun. I love good conversations.
Did we actually, Roger, did we actually summon the professor? Yes, I think we did. We had
How
enough
are you
energy,
doing that?
focused energy.
Oh, see, he agrees, and it is the easiest and the cheapest, but
Where'd it go?
here's the thing. Virtual private networks like NordVPN and half a dozen others that are out there that you hear about, they are not necessarily not logged or have a audit by a law enforcement agency. Now, I'm in the business of staying anonymous all the time, period. And I can tell you that I use a program called Proton VPN. And the reason why is because it is based in Switzerland. Based in Switzerland means that there are different laws around cybersecurity and your cyber and digital rights versus United States and any correlation to cooperation of the Five Eyes group. If you don't know about that, can I give a plug?
Go right
What are you
ahead.
doing?
I was
Okay,
just
you sure? Because I'm sitting here watching you. I
language.
don't know what the fuck you're doing. What
I
are
was
you doing?
interpreting you in sign language.
Oh, I
You ever
see.
watch
I got
like
you.
it's mostly like liberal governors like Tim Walz, and he's always got some fat bald guy on the side doing stuff for him, or it's Ocasio-Cortez, and they always look like this. They always go.
Sorry. I mean, I'm going off the deep end here. I don't mean to.
So
We're talking about my field here. So anyway, bottom line is if you're going to get a VPN, get one that is actually not audited by anyone, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Secret Service, any of those people.
That would have been my advice.
Well, it probably was. I think I've told you this a dozen times.
Probably.
Yeah. Not NordVPN. You can't endorse. I know they've got ads running all over YouTube and everywhere else, but don't go with NordVPN.
Professor, are you going to call in? Oh, Jeremy Hansen is here. Jeremy Hansen needs to call in. Jeremy Hansen, hello. Jeremy Hansen. I need you to call in, brother. Just to call in.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to hear me talk anymore, and I don't really blame him.
Who doesn't?
You.
Oh, Robert Bauer?
No, you.
Oh, he says rendering audio will join shortly. There you go.
What do you mean rendering audio?
He's rendering audio.
Oh, he's using his computer to do something else.
Yeah, he's got his own shows.
He's exporting an MP3 or something.
Here you go. This is for you, Jeremy Hansen. I'm going to copy this link and paste it into the chat room again. Jeremy, just call in. Can you call in? There's one of your 18 children. Are they all sleeping now? Making brownies. We'll try in a minute. So you got Professor Bauer is rendering audio and Unleash Jeremy Hansen is making brownies. They'll both try in a minute. So I'm not making brownies and I'm not rendering audio. So,
Hey, Scott, can I give where'd you go? Oh yeah, here you are.
I'm right here.
I'm looking at I'm looking at the wrong stinking window. I've got the chat room for YouTube open on a different tab, and then I'm over here with you on this other deal, so cool. I can see what's going on. Anyhow, so can I give a plug to a website where people can go get more information about everything I'm talking about? That way, I won't have to say it over and over.
Here, Pamela says, Hawk, you could just read the phone book to me.
What the hell does that mean?
It means she just wants to hear your silky voice.
Oh, wait a minute. It's elegant. Elegant voice. Get it right, Scott
You're
Roberts.
elegant, silky,
Elegant voice. Right. Elegant voice. Back to the topic.
And
I
your
don't want to have
proper
to be stuck.
response to her should be, "Why, thank you very much."
Well,
So go ahead.
okay. I got a phone book around here somewhere. I'll see if I can make this work for her.
There you go. I don't
We'll
have a
start with
phone
the
book,
A's.
guys. Yes.
No, thank you very
Anderson.
much, Miss Pamela. That's very nice and very sweet of you.
Anderson.
I don't hear it.
752 327.
Wait a minute, you got to end it like this. You got to hate. You got to end it like this. I hate you.
Yeah, there it is.
You know, from the
Buck
Grinch.
sounds like Will Arnett. So says Michelle Canham. Freedom.
Will Arnett. Who's Will Arnett?
I'm trying to think of who Will Arnett is. I have no idea who Will Arnett is, though I have heard the name.
I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to dig that up. I don't know if that's a compliment.
An
That's the
actor. I
thing.
thought it was an actor, but she says.
I've officially stopped smoking.
Tracy Sparks says definitely a radio voice.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness!
me
Thank
or-
you very
me
much.
or Hawk?
I think it would be. I think she's talking about
I
you.
think I gotta let him go because my ego's starting to droop.
It's just bumped me out of here, man.
Jay here says, "Are there still phone books?"
Oh my goodness! Didn't think about that.
I think there are. I think we had them in our small towns here. Phone company puts them out, and well, duh. But so who
Really?
publishes your phone book? My phone company. So, God, I just got my first internet bill here. I just moved in here a week ago.
Wait a
And I
minute,
get the
Stephanie asked
internet
me a
bill.
question. Scotty, I don't help me with this. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
My internet bill is $223. I've only lived here a week. And the setup
What
was
is
50
ASMR?
What is what?
ASMR. Alpha Sam Mike Romeo.
Oh,
What is
ASMR.
that?
Hawk, do you ASMR? I don't know.
Dude,
What is ASMR? Are you flirting with him, Steph?
It sounds sexy, doesn't it?
It does. ASMR. Are you
Oh.
stronger in S or M? Or is R your preference?
ASMR. That sounds familiar.
No problem. Flaccid ego, Captain. Don't use the word flaccid around me, please.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
Oh, I got to figure this out.
Oh, placid ego.
That's what I thought it said.
Oh,
ASMR.
no, she put placid ego, and then she said, no problem. Flaccid ego. Me? I have a placid ego.
Placid or
Oh,
placid?
Here you go. Autonomous sensory meridian response. So
How
says
did she know?
Good. Good to see you, brother.
I haven't given a plug yet, but I will. Scotty,
Give your plug.
So all right. So here, let me say something. I have ADHD like a mother beep. Okay.
Okay.
You thought I was going to say it. You thought I was going to say it. I saw a look on your
We're
face.
gonna say it. Oh, look who we got, by the way. Oh, yeah, he got up. I'll wait till he's sitting again.
What are we talking about? Oh, here we go.
Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun, dun,
I know
dun,
this
dun.
guy. I know
Jeremy
this
are ya?
guy.
Henson. How you doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm all right.
Um,
So,
It's a weird day here in the Ozarks. It started out at like 44 degrees, which is cold here.
yeah.
And now I think it's like 17 out.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been like 17 here all day. If we had 44, I'd be out in my flip-flops and my flower shirt.
Well, I was pressure washing this morning. Does that count?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. Like I like 65 degrees for a low, and then I'd like 88 for a high, with zero humidity.
Yeah, I can do zero humidity. That's the key. I can do 88 to 90 degrees if there's no humidity.
You're correct.
It's like, that's nice.
Nice to meet you, dude.
Yeah, how are you?
This is my
I
friend
don't
Hawk.
know. I'll
Hawk,
tell
this
you
is
later.
Jeremy Hansen.
How you liking the new place, Scotty?
I love the new place. It's very nice.
It looks
quiet.
nice.
It's quiet. The chins ain't around. My kids stopped by yesterday because Rainy's roommate, she said she was looking for her boys' shoes, thought they might have gotten messed up with my stuff. She came over to look. We had a smoke together. Kids hung out here up in the bedrooms. There's no furniture up there yet. They're all up there, and they brought friends along. They're all upstairs, yapping away up there, hanging out. So it was good to see everybody. My son, my stoic son, Flynn,
Flynn.
was very quiet, reserved. 16. He hugged me 3 times while he was here yesterday. I think he missed Dad. So I've been in here about 8 days, 8 or 9 days. So starting to get things put away. Still getting furniture for the kids' rooms. Other than that, it's the cat and me, my cat, Bob Saget. And he's all right. He's missing the chaos of the other house. We had 3 adults and 5 teenagers there when I moved out because it was Rainy, me, her friend Jamie, and Jamie's 2 teenage boys and my 3 teenage kids. So
That's a house full, man.
it was a house full.
Do you ever
around
miss
here-
like the bottles, like the bottle stage of babies, like getting up, like, you know, at the time you're like, man, can I get some sleep? But now that you're older, you're like, man, I miss
Yeah.
some of that stuff.
Yeah, you do. And I miss my kids when they were small, because they were fun and goofy, and and now they're all angsty teenagers.
So-
Ellery is the one that she just turned 11 in December. She's like, I've described her as sunshine and sneakers. That's what she is like, and she still is. So
you've got 2 years with her before she turns into boy crazy,
that's
and then
right.
it turns into something else.
Hawk, give your plug, by the way, or we're never going to hear it.
I already did. Well, I'll put it over in the chat room. It's
Oh,
Authwatch. Just Authwatch, AUTHWATCH.org.
Watch.
Authwatch. It's an authoritarian watch based on it's a long story, but anyway, I write for the thing over there. Good information
Yes.
for specific cybersecurity and letting people know how they're being surveilled because we live in a surveillance nation, or world, as a matter of fact. So what are your thoughts on that, Mr. Bauer?
There he is.
There I am. I've been sitting back here holding myself and
I
thinking,
didn't see you pop in. I'm sorry.
at some point, I'm going to have to go to the little boy's room.
All right. Well, I'm glad.
Look at
we
all
got
them
you.
guitars.
Yeah, those
You
are
like
beautiful.
my
How you doing, man? I
virtual
haven't
background?
seen you in a year.
Oh, it's a virtual.
No, it's not. It's my wall. That's real stuff. I
That's
can pick
real.
them up and play them, but that would be a whole nother show. So, Mr. Hansen, haven't talked to you in a bit.
I would
Yeah,
talk more
yesterday.
about myself, but that would be a whole nother show.
And Hawk, I don't think I have had the pleasure.
No, sir, you have not, but you have now, and that's the only thing that matters.
The
There it
pleasure is in the moment that one is experiencing.
That's exactly right. Well, that's profound. Anyway, it's nice to meet you, sir.
Profundities.
You too. So you were talking about the tech earlier. The thing that I think is one of the most important things, and I'm very interested in your opinion on this, Hawk, this whole rollout of this new data-based LLM kind of model, these expert systems that are mischaracterized as AI, are basically ones and zeros and a gate. And blockchain and that database construct will be what will change the sovereignty of the identity and the content that people will make going forward. So
I
the
agree with you 100%.
Okay. So
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
that makes sense, How do you see the security that you were talking about earlier being affected by that new technology?
Well, it's going to be on a person to person, company to company, event basis.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being is because you're dealing with, specifically with an LLM. And for example, Cisco has come up with their own transformer to actually do my job faster than we can do it, even as a red or blue team.
Right.
So as with the LLMs and the transformers that you're talking about, specifically in blockchains, that's going to be almost as fast. And this is my opinion, but it's the opinion of other people I've spoken with as well. It's going to be just as fast as a supercomputer, and it's going to blow our security completely out of the water as citizens altogether. We're going to see our SSL is not going to matter anymore.
Well, SSL is a protocol on the entry and exit
Right.
of the data. I'm talking about the security of the data itself on the blockchain.
Well, that's the
That's the
thing.
key.
We're using SSL. We're also using TLS at the same
Right.
time, and unfortunately, that is going the wayside. So to answer your question, if I'm looking at a private managed storage facility, in a data center, that is going to be at risk because the primary lines that are feeding that data center, they're all using TLS. That is their security.
Right, but that's the communication protocol.
Yes.
What I'm talking about is the data layer. So
Right.
I think what my opinion and what I think is about to unfold is we're going to go through a transformative tokenization of everything. And
Yes.
that tokenization is going to be from the blockchain. That's what a blockchain is.
Okay,
It's
I understand
tokenized.
now I get where you're coming from. Look, APIs are going to run the world they already do. Okay?
Agents?
Yes, they already do.
Yeah.
And their foothold is going to it's going to get stronger. It's going to become more resilient in the future, but it's also going to be the detriment, and it's going to be its fall because the technology is going faster than we can keep up with it.
I think that that's correct from an infrastructure perspective. In other words, the current systems and networks and the infrastructure, the architecture of that infrastructure.
That's my job.
That's at risk.
It
Because
is,
what I think is going to happen is this technology is going to create an entirely new layer via the blockchain and tokenization of security that's going to not only provide chain of custody and provenance, but the sovereignty of the content that one creates on that blockchain.
Right, and that's where we're going to have these enormous bit encryptions that are you're going to have a database to keep up with who's talking to who before it's over with.
Well, that's going to be, I think that'll be managed at the individual level. I think everybody is
Right.
going to end up having their own wallet, their own blockchain of themselves that will have all of the data that they own because it's them. Your
That's an
identity will be your currency. And that
That's
currency is going to
interesting. I haven't thought about that. That's very interesting.
So as I think through this, my opinion is that as it rolls out, that identity will be tokenized on a blockchain. You will have
In other words,
sovereignty.
creating our digital identities, and they'll actually be able to be easily tracked. And that's where I'm coming from at that right off the bat, because
and
the surveillance state.
And that, as I said in the chat, we've been putting ourselves out there. What did we think was going to happen?
That is no kidding, man. We really
Right,
have.
and
VPNs came along too late.
I remember back in the 80s when I first got into my latest iteration of my tech career. We were talking about, and back then I had 286 Packard Bell 286 computers with a switchable 6 to 8 megahertz on the speed. It had 640K of memory, and it handled 10 meg floppies. So I networked those over ArcNet.
Nice, really?
Which you had to put the card on the motherboard, and you had to flip the dip switches for the addresses.
Right on.
And designed an entire business system for a production company. What we did was made, the pinball machines, the backsplashes and the boards with all the graphics. We did all that screen printing and all that, created those for Williams and Bailey. So we had this massive manufacturing that was going on, all kinds of materials and stuff. It was great. But we had a deck when I got there. We had a deck computer with the platters. You remember the platters you'd put on
Yeah,
the top
oh,
of the
yeah.
computer?
Oh,
You have
yeah.
like 5, there's like 6 or 7 of them in there.
Yep.
The thing was so full of shit. Nobody knew who wrote the code. It was spitting out nothing but nonsense. I couldn't do inventory. I couldn't do purchase. I couldn't do anything. So I went to the owner, and I was just running production. And that was so but I needed all these reports. I needed information. I said, your
Right.
system sucks. And he says, all right, smartass, here's 250,000. Go find a new computer system. So
And you went and got a
Here's
IBM
250,000.
PC.
it was on. We used the Packard Bell 286s, green or amber monitors,
Right. Green.
character base, right?
Yep.
And networked 40 different computers over a Novell network. That I was a Novell certified network engineer, and we used Bernoulli cartridges for the backup. Back then,
Oh my God.
we were, even though we had 2 buildings, we had to drop in an ISDN, so it was all dedicated. But we wrote the code in Smartware, a 4GL language at that time, where you could actually type in what you wanted it to do much closer instead of using, DOS and even assembler.
It's like Python.
Yeah, kind of like a way early version of Python, like maybe kind of a glimmer of it.
Right.
But my point is that even back then, the boss, the guy that owned the company that told me to do this, he was concerned about, can this get hacked? Can somebody break into this? Like, not at this time. I mean, we didn't even have any Wi-Fi. It was all it was Ethernet. I think it was V1 of Ethernet cable. We had it stretched all over the place.
Right.
And one day, I just felt like getting up and running. And so
What
I
the
ran.
fuck?
Guys, computer talk is about as foreign to me as, what I know about computer talk. You on a PC or an Apple? I'm on an Apple.
That's one of the other reasons that you don't have the literacy of the technology, because you're on the rotten fruit device.
There it is.
Whoa. Slow your roll.
Wow.
Yeah, hey, I got something for you, Scotty.
Tell me, Jeremy.
ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response.
Somebody type that in. What the hell does that mean?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. She was asking me, do I do ASMR? And when I left the military, because I have PTSD, they tried to throw me in front of this goddamn TV screen with a little butterfly flying around on it. And you're supposed to sit in this dark room. You're looking at this TV screen of, a little
And they
fairy.
didn't let you have any weapons.
They didn't have any weapons. No, it was strictly prohibited. And you're supposed to just watch this butterfly fly around to this, I don't know, new age music like Yanni or something. And I got up and walked out of there. This is it. It's supposed to reprogram your left part of your brain with the right part of your brain and relieve post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. And I've tried it. It's weird that she asked me that, but it was about 7 or 8 years ago, about the time that I figured out that I was bipolar and needed to be on medication because of PTSD. So in other words, what I'm saying, everybody, is you shouldn't listen to a fucking word I'm saying because I'm crazy.
That is true. I have known him too long to disagree with that.
So the key thing about that is very similar to, if people are familiar with Hemisync or doing any of the binaural
that's it.
beats. Okay.
Yep.
Whereas ASMR is currently, there's some really interesting channels on YouTube. I ran into one. It's this woman. She's just drop dead gorgeous. It's not AI. And she stands in front of the camera and just says all these really wonderful things, beautiful things. You are so awesome. I can't imagine being with anyone more beautiful than you. And it's for men. And she's getting, I don't know, 50 or 60,000 views in the last month that I saw. And all it is just her voice, very softly, very well produced, and just a sound. There's other people who will just scratch or take brushes and just do a brush sound. And that is considered ASMR as well.
Mr. Robert, I've got a question. Do you believe
Yeah.
in the binaural beats, specific frequencies that actually work on focusing your attention or relaxing you?
have no
Without a
idea.
doubt, I've been a connoisseur
I'll
for
be honest, I
20
must
years.
defer that question to Jeremy Hansen.
100%.
Yeah,
Really?
I've been using it for 20 years. I use it every night.
Is that like white
Um,
noise? Is that like blowing
there's
a
a
fan when you go to
there's an
sleep?
entire spectrum of different sounds and different ambient components to sound, where even with the Monroe, the Hemisync, it will be a hum or a frequency and a vibration, and then they'll be out of sync, or they'll be slightly modified and modulated in some way. And it's just a huge spectrum. I've got brown noise, pink noise, white noise, orange noise, red noise. I've got the theta bands. The thetas are my favorite. I do a 10-hour theta to delta every night, and I've got a surround sound. And I just lay there and just bathe in it.
See, I will freely admit I've done none of those things.
You got to have
So-
a stereo system to do it, or
I had a stereo
headphones, Scotty.
system with surround sound. I might
You
do it.
use your
And a float
headphones.
tank.
Yeah.
Scotty, I got a really good exercise for you.
Okay.
I want you to try to meditate and think about nothing.
Good luck.
I don't think anybody can do it.
That's
All I do is
that's
sit
the
there thinking
actually
about
the true
thinking
art. That's actually the true way to use the art of meditation, is to be nothing. You
Correct.
have to focus before you
pulls you out
even
of
if you go into meditation with an intention and an affirmation, and you start from there, you're already screwed up. You have to go from a level place before you go into that intention and
Correct.
into that affirmation. You can't go into meditation with a shitload of stuff that you're trying to not pay attention to, but you are. So you have to level and not think. You have to go into basically the space of no thought.
I can't do it.
It's something that's very
I
difficult
can't
to
either.
do, but it is massively powerful.
I was going to say what Rapid Dog just said. I have another word for meditation: napping.
No, have you ever gotten to the point where you're like, I just don't want to think about anything. Like, I want to actually relax, and I can't do it. Like, when I try to think about nothing pops into my head, and then it spins through like a Rolodex, like 1,000 different things that are nothing that I'm trying to throw out.
And that's the thing is, for me, the way I deal with that, because I have that constant flow, right? I'm in the event stream that trying to mitigate and parry and filter is the big challenge. So what I do now is I let it come, and I just be in the middle of it without it touching me, or I know it's there, but I'm just like a knife in the middle of it. So it's not a parry. It's like it doesn't even bounce off. I'm going straight through it in spite of it, and I'm just. So that has been the easiest way for me to go to no thought, is to know that it's there, but to ignore it and be in not seeing it. Because once you get past all of the stuff, that's when the field becomes wide open and clean and clear. When you have all the stuff
just
coming
like my wife.
See, now I
that's
have not hit
that's
on
the way
this
I
until
experience
just-
it.
I have not hit on this till just this moment, Professor. Is that when you talk, and we always make fun of you for talking a lot, but you make lots of singular statements that have a period at the end, and we think you're done. And I'll say, well, and then you go, and because it's got the such and such and such and so, it's got the blah. And I go, oh yes, I would. Oh, and then of course you have to go into. So you have all these complete sentences, complete statements where you think, is he done yet? And I start to talk, and you're like, but. So.
My friend, you have known that for now 7 years that we've been doing
Yeah.
shows together. So
At least.
yeah, I'm not surprised that it still surprises you.
Roger
Hey,
says.
Robert. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Hawk.
I was gonna ask Robert if he thought that Scotty should actually do just a podcast, an audio version of a podcast rather than a vlog.
I would
No,
definitely, yes.
Then I
In
got
fact,
to prep more, and it takes more time.
No, you don't. You just got to do the same thing you do in front of a vlog. You just do it in front of a microphone only.
Oh, you mean without video?
yes.
What the
You can,
fuck?
you can do all of your shows just audio without any video. And
That's right.
I could do that. All of my captain's logs could be just audio.
Well, no,
You know,
I think you should still do the video. I just think that you could probably produce an audio only podcast, get it over on get
Sure.
a distribution like, I don't know, BuzzFeed or someone like that. You pay them $15 a month and they put it on like 100 freaking different podcast platforms,
Sure. I could do
including
that.
iTunes or Apple. I don't know if it's iTunes anymore, but Apple. So there's no reason why I don't think you shouldn't do that, to be honest with you, man.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I got an idea for you, Scotty.
Yes.
How about you take Jack Sparrow and mix it with like a Disney themed something and voice all the characters with immersive audio?
Oh, fuck yes.
I could
Yeah.
do that. I could do that.
Immersive
Yes.
audio.
You could do that.
Subversive audio or submersive?
submersive.
audio.
Oh, you could do it as subversive. That might be, you might be on something there.
Yeah, that's the new ASMR.
I could do that.
Yeah.
It's like reading Tam O'Hare.
Well, you've came a long way, Scotty, because when I talked to you, was it last October or November?
Yeah.
You were going to do that. Then you got sick. Then the throat thing happened.
Yep.
And now you're in a new place, new chapter of your life. I mean, all that happened within that space.
Yeah. And I lost
Yeah, and
my
Scotty, I was on your ass a couple of years ago about you needed to do audiobooks.
There it is.
You know, I think you need to take all of your books that you've done,
Yeah.
and do audio versions of them, and I think
could.
that would be.
Oh, here's what
absolute-
we do. We
That
get
would be
all
the
four of
shit.
us and a couple of other people to actually voice character or voice act each one of these out, each one of his characters out, and let Scotty be the narrator. And everybody else get in there and knock this bad boy out. You know, Jack Sparrow. I want to see Jeremy do that, though. I'm down
Dude.
for that.
I'm down for that. Like that is right up my alley.
I'll drop some Sam Elliott.
Morgan
and,
Snow, the answer is yes. So
that's the kind of project. Those are the fun kind of things that I think going forward, back to similar to what we were talking about, Hawk, earlier about the future of this content creation and tokenizing it. I think AI and what is, again, completely misnamed, they're just expert information interrogation systems. That's all they are.
That's exactly right.
And they are designed to do a specific task as effective and efficiently and optimized as possible. That's all they
Right.
do.
Yep.
But if you point them at something, they'll go do that really, really well. And that's
They will.
and that to me it's not something where people are all afraid of, AI is going to take this job, that job, whatever the hell it is. Yes, it's going to do that, but it's going to be the people that drop it, not the AI itself, not the tool itself.
That's right.
But going forward, that AI, I think, is going to liberate the amount of nonsense we were talking about earlier as far as meditation, how you've got everything coming in and it's hard to navigate and filter and parry and, figure out what it is you really should spend your energy of awareness on. But I think it's going to actually liberate us to be able to have more curiosity employed in creativity. And it's going to essentially be a human accelerator.
Okay, can
What
I
do you
can I
think?
kick in here? Can I kick in
Yeah,
here?
what do you think?
Okay, I'm going to kick in here. All right. So I think that in the beginning of this revolution that we're in right now, I think that you're absolutely correct. As we go forward, probably within the next 20 years, we're going to see the ability for human beings collectively to focus on things like creativity, mathematics or maths, if you're English,
Sciences.
sciences, anything STEM.
Mhm.
I think that that's going to happen, but I also see
the downfall of it. And this is just me. And the reason I say that is because the more intelligent these LLMs get, and coupled with these transformers that are beginning to just freak people out to the point where they're scared to death of them. And for example, there's a program over here on YouTube called the Y-Files. AJ and a fish named Heckle.
I just saw him on with Joe Rogan yesterday.
Yeah, I love the Y-Files. AJ, they really do a fantastic job as production. There was a show that was put together by artificial intelligence. I don't know if you may have seen this, Jeremy, but the AI wrote the entire episode, and it detailed how AI was going to take over the world, how it was going to infiltrate something as small as a robo carpet cleaner to escape this confinement, and then move away from there into other systems, and eventually convince itself that human beings are a detriment to society and we all need to be eliminated and destroyed. Is that a possibility?
Well, to me, that's the fear porn. That's the stuff that's being propagated by people who want that kind of emotion in the narrative about this subject. The reality is that, and this is where, I on my podcast and shows I do, I really focus on trying to dismantle the nonsense around this stuff. The fact that first of all, it's programmed by humans. So it's only going to go as far as we program it to do. Second, there's no way we're going to have any kind of HAL 9000 Terminator singularity.
I'm not so sure about that.
Hear me out. Not with the technology and more specifically the science that we currently have. It's going to enable and create more efficiency for the identification of patterns, because that's what these things do. They're pattern recognition experts.
Right.
Okay,
that's right.
So that's how that works. It can't have the whole concept of consciousness in AI or some sense or level of sentience is impossible with our current physics. We have there is no program code for consciousness. In fact, that's oddly enough, my next series I'm getting ready to drop, the consciousness code.
I want to watch that.
And it's about the idea that when we think of intelligence right now and the way it's being used, it's simply word-based, it's figure-based, it's numbers and symbol-based. That's all it is. There isn't emotional EQ or IQ with emotional quotient. There is no there's no code for consciousness itself. That's why it's known across all domains of knowledge and science as the hard question. Because there is no code for that. Not with our current physics and science.
You're right. Well, the thing is that we're working on taking computers and writing them at the quantum level at this point. And at the quantum level,
wrong. The quantum level is wrong, and that's why. That's why I think it won't work. Quantum is actually, the root of it is quanta, meaning the smallest, right?
Right.
Quantum mechanics and physics and science and theories and gravity and all the other modalities they've wrapped into math models and machines is a bunch of somebody's speculation of trying to make sense, taking metrics out of the matrix, putting a definition around it, and throwing it into something that they're trying to end up with an answer that explains what they're experiencing, what they're observing. This is why the observer effect is basically, in fact, right now, all of the physics communities, all of the thinkers, all of the leaders, the thought folks, and the think tanks that are looking at string theory and quantum mechanics and all the different models. There's a whole new thing about a new research that came out that says Einstein was wrong. There's a lot of us who have looked at it for a couple of decades and went, I'm not so sure Einstein's thing made any sense. And the key argument for that is that E equals mc squared is a beautiful equation, but it's never been used to do anything.
That's a fact.
Okay? So
that's a fact.
So my point is that there's our science, these quantum computers, it is so unreliable. The technology and the architecture is making extreme, what appear to be from a metrics, what are the benchmarks, appear to make some increases of capability, but you're still at best 70% accurate on a quantum computer. So they have to keep running. And the thing about the quantum is the whole thing is based on the observer effect. The quantum computers are designed. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm
Based on
squirreling, but
observation,
hit my button.
the particle versus wave experiment or the slit experiment,
Mhm.
that leads a lot of people to believe that we're living inside a simulation. Depending on who you
Yeah.
ask, whether it be on Neil deGrasse Tyson or that idiot Elon Musk, it doesn't matter whether we are or not, but at that quantum level, there's got to be some truth to, particles. There's got to be truth to waves,
No.
whether or not they work the way we think they do, which
Yeah.
is what I'm getting at is I think it's possible. You've
Well,
got
it
people
is.
like Meta with all the money that they have in the world to
Yeah.
create El Llama and then
Mhm.
turn this thing loose on the public and then
Mhm.
basically make it open source. You're going to have people like me, hackers and program geeks, getting in there and trying to take this thing to the next level. Now you're talking about the entire world of programmers and hackers that are out there. That is a lot of
Mhm.
resources doing this shit for free.
Mhm.
Don't you think that under those circumstances that it would be possible to take this to the next level and
As far as
AI become the threat that humanity thinks that it is? And we're talking about the people who developed this shit.
Yeah. No, I know I don't think. I think it is possible, but I think that the possibility of that happening is 20%. The reason being is that the same people that are developing the open source, if you've seen any of the stuff that's come out of China in the last couple of months,
Yeah, I
Kimmy
have.
2 is like absolutely nuts and it's completely open source. You can take it and do whatever you want to it. You can
Right.
make your own agent out of Kimmy, all right?
Yeah,
And there's a
exactly.
whole bunch of them out there like that. So
Yep.
the important thing is that open source is the model of the future. Anything that's not open source will not be accepted. There are so many more people that want these things to work right and secure than there are nefarious people, that the build of the nefarious folks is going to be matched and exceeded by the people who want to make sure that it works the way that it's supposed to.
And I
So-
can attest to that. That is, that, we deal with threat actors and bad actors on a daily basis who think
Mhm.
exactly like you're describing.
Yeah, and they're the white hats, right? Or that
No,
group.
well, they're red hats. There's black hats. There's gray hats. There's white hats. There's no such
Yeah.
thing as a white hat anymore. White hats used to be people who helped. Now everybody's in it for the money.
So I think that this fear porn is something that is trying to control the way people react to it, and that is causing the wrong reaction, in my opinion. The reaction is that these are accelerating tools for learning, for knowledge, for curiosity, for creativity. And there are, I'm a musician. I've been making digital products for 25, 30 years now in that realm, and I've been in technology since the punch card days. I'm looking at this going, holy shit, I was with a company, I took a company public in 95, right when the internet was kicking off, and we decided to become an internet company. We didn't know what the fuck that was. It was like, what is this internet thing? We're using our ISDN between our offices in Texas and Atlanta. We're buying our own pipe, right? And those things were expensive back then. We were paying, I think it was like $9,000 a month for this shit.
Yeah.
But my point is, the fear is the wrong thing because people don't understand what the real thing and the right thing is. This technology cannot do any of the fear porn. There are bad actors that will use it, but there are more good actors that will be ahead and in front of that because the system will depend on authenticity, on auditability, on transparency. And that's what a blockchain and tokenization is.
Right, exactly.
So as we move forward, people should embrace these new tools just like you did when back in the 80s when we had, what was that first WordPerfect? If any of you remember WordPerfect.
I was up on a DOS. It was either green screen or an amber screen.
That's right. This to me is as excited as I was when those things came in, because I used to do, when you put punch cards in a big old IBM 401 unit record calculator, it's spitting out 14 7/8 by 11 green bar with all of the print. The print was a bunch of bars that the machine moved in order to print whatever was supposed to be on the damn form. And now we're sitting here having a conversation like this in different states, literally real time. And it's like, okay, this is the cool shit. The more people are curious positively about AI, vet it yourself. Don't buy the porn. Go in and have a taste yourself and see what's really going on. I did.
Well, I got to get off here, guys. But I wanted to leave you with something. I
Please
got to
do,
go
Jeremy.
I got to put some peanut butter and stuff on my brownies. But last night I go lay down and I said to Alexa, set alarm for 6 o'clock. And she comes back with this different voice. And I said, Alexa, did you change your voice? And she said, no, I'm just listening to your and Maya's late night conversations. And I was like, well, that's really weird.
What?
No,
And then I said, my wife said, Alexa, what are you listening to? And she goes, you guys doing podcasts? And I was like, that is freaky enough for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyways, when I get off here, if you guys could discuss that, I'm not really afraid of a little box,
We're
but
not
my
scared
wife
of
is
it
pretty
much
freaked
longer.
out.
We're done at 11, so
Yep. Well,
we won't get much longer, but we'll do this another night too.
thank you for having me. It was good seeing you guys. Hawk, nice to meet you.
You too.
Take care,
Jeremy,
Jeremy.
great having you stop in. Let's do it again.
Thank you, brother.
See ya.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
Later.
Bye.
Well, this is kind of weird, Scott.
What's that?
All of this. I just came over here to support you. Next thing I know, I'm talking
know.
to this guy and I'm talking to that guy and having a fantastic conversation and kind of left you out of the loop altogether.
That's
and I
okay.
apologize
You
for that.
guys were doing your thing. Sometimes that's what you got to do. But that's okay because I control the show and we're done in about 2 minutes. So
Wait a minute. We gotta be done in 2 minutes?
11 o'clock, I'm being done.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah, I have to be. So
Okay.
that's my personal thing.
You got to set your limits, otherwise your limits will set you.
That's right. And damn it, Professor, it's good to see you.
You too, my friend. It's
You
been a
stopped
minute.
in. Well, we said you must have heard us or somebody contacted you because we were summoning you.
I was waiting for one of my shows to render, and I pulled up my YouTube feed, and this Scotty's on. All right, let's see what's going
Hell
on.
yeah. 9 o'clock every night, I do the captain's log. It lasts about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we go into this.
Excellent. Well, Hawk, it was a pleasure to meet you, and really enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Robert. That's it's very nice to meet you, and I'm glad that there's somebody out there that actually follows along because I don't get a chance to talk to anybody, in this that deeply at all ever.
Well,
I'm usually having to keep my mouth shut because I'm going to talk over somebody's head.
All right. Both
Well,
of you
that-
pendejos, get out of here. Hawk, I will call you in a few.
Okay, doke.
And if you're still going to be up and around.
Yep, I'll be up.
All right.
All
Professor.
right, take care, Scotty.
Amazing seeing you. I'm glad
You too
were
as
here.
well, brother. It's been a while. Thank you.
It has. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right. All right, folks. Guess what? That's it. This felt like an old Intrepid radio show and the after cabin or the captain's cabin after show. So thanks for sticking around. That was kind of fun. Fun having you all back in here. Fun having Professor in here and Hawk and some of the conversation we had. And Jeremy, it was good to see you too. And everybody else, guess what? I'm out of here. So we'll see you tomorrow night with the Captain's Log, and we'll take it from there. So have a good night, everyone.